Hi, I'm Alan with Submerged Nation, and today we're going to be talking about the Corsair Value Package. The Corsair Value Package contains the Corsair BCD, a new BCD to the range of OceanPro this year. It comes in this drawstring bag which doubles as a backpack so you can reuse it for future use. What's great about this BCD is it's a rear inflation. And that rear inflation also gives you the ability to maneuver a lot more easily than if it were a traditional inflation model coming around your sides. The advantage to a rear inflation BCD is that it allows the air to escape more easily. It can't get caught on the sides like it would on a traditional BCD. Also, see this bladder here? It goes all the way around so that the air can move easily to any of the purges, whether it's on the bottom or the top for when you want to descend on your dive. The BCD also comes with this back plate, giving it added strength, and it also has the handle on top. There's also on the inflator hose, your traditional setup with both the inflate and the deflate buttons. This inflator can also be serviced, adding to the lifetime of the BCD. The shoulder straps are padded for comfort, and there's also these extra areas for changing out your quick links here. This gives you more versatility for where you want to keep your accessories on your dive. When fitting a BCD, you want to choose the size that you'd normally have in a t-shirt. Once you have the BCD on, loosen the shoulder straps all the way to see how it sits on your body. You can then take the cummerbund, bring it in, and then take your buckle in the middle and tighten it. This should be sitting right about here, right where your belly button sits. Then the chest strap gets secured, and you can bring the shoulder straps down. A lot of people will tighten these as much as they can go. That's not necessarily the right thing to do because then it brings this up and it doesn't sit correctly. So make sure that you just bring them in, but not too tight. Once you jump in the water, you may need to tighten it a little bit as the threads widen as they get wet. As we go down the shoulder strap, you'll see that there is your traditional dump, but then this upper chest strap can be adjusted. You can either change it from a higher position to a lower position. And there is some elasticity in this strap, which allows for some dynamic adjustment of the BCD. Also, what adds to the comfort of this BCD are these swivel clips. So not only do they rotate, but they also are a quick release from when removing the BCD. The biggest advantage of this is it allows for the webbing to not double over on itself so that it's always straight. When it doesn't have that, occasionally when you pull these down, it'll double over on itself and get stuck. On the side of this BCD, you'll see that there are several D-rings as well. You have those for attaching different accessories and also for bringing in the BCD if you want to make it more streamlined. There are even some D-rings on the bottom as well. This is a weight integrated BCD with your quick release pockets. What's nice about these pockets is that they stay in securely, but they're also big enough for the weight to fit in, but not too big for the weights to float around too much. This means that the weights will stay secure in one spot for the entire dive. By having this roll-up pocket, you can make yourself more streamlined, or you can carry more accessories. There is a mesh bottom to allow for things to dry if they're in there and not carry too much water. And the advantage you have of having it as a rollout pocket is you're not going to forget things in that pocket after the dive. So there are grommets on each side to allow for you to install a knife or another accessory. On the back of the BCD, what we have is this strap here, which you can adjust. You can put this around the tank valve, and that will allow you to have it in the same spot on the tank each time so that you don't have this bumping into your head. There are also trim pockets on the back here, allowing you to carry more weight and also be more comfortable on your dive. This BCD when dry is about 3.5 kilos, so it's light enough for travel, but robust enough to be diving regularly at home. Because of its weight ability, its inflation ability, and the different features that it has, it can be dived both in tropical water and in your temperate waters. At 40 pounds lift, it's suited for any type of recreational diving. This BCD is also under our free Parts for Life program, so if you keep it in service, we'll continue to provide these service kits for free. The F300 first stage is a balanced first stage, and what that means is that you're going to be able to breathe on this just as easily when the tank is 25, 50 bar as when it's full. Also, there is an advantage of it breathing more easily at depth, just as you would be breathing in the shallows. There are 6 ports in total on the first stage, 2 high pressure ports and 4 low pressure ports. The reason you may want a second high pressure port is if you wanted to run the gauge that this package comes with along with a transmitter on your computer, having a backup device. The Torquay Rig has dynamic adjustment on the side. This knob, as it rotates, can change the effort of breathing. This allows the diver to control the effort they take to inhale when they're breathing off of their rig. There's an aluminum ring on the outside, and the purge cover is strong enough to withstand most current from it purging automatically. There's an orthodontic mouthpiece, and it comes with the OP20 OCCY. Each regulator comes packaged in this utility case. You can reuse it for different accessories for your diving, and each reg also comes packed with an OceanPro t-shirt. Not only does this protect the regulator, but it also allows us to pack this regulator without any disposable plastics, being more environmentally friendly. Every value package comes with a free mesh duffel as well, allowing you to carry your dive gear and even allowing it to dry inside. You also get the choice to upgrade to the Osprey F400 Reg. The F400 Reg has 6 ports, 4 low pressure and 2 high pressure. It's also balanced. In addition to that, it's also environmentally sealed. When a reg is environmentally sealed, it means that you can dive in cooler water with it than you could if it were not. It also protects the insides from anything that's in the water, detritus, particulates, from going in there and settling, possibly causing corrosion or other issues inside the rig. The second stage has the dynamic adjustment, but it also has a venturi. The venturi can be turned on or off. Sometimes it's called pre-dive mode or dive mode. When it is off in pre-dive mode, it allows the regulator to have some extra resistance on the purge. So if it were to go upside down in the water, it's not going to bubble as easily. When it's on, there is a venturi effect that happens inside the regulator, which allows for easier breathing on the dive. There's also a heat exchange here to allow for cooler water diving as well. It also comes with a surge deflecting front cover and an orthodontic mouthpiece.